I mean, it does feel like painted material. How does it look on the chair? Like a painted cushion, I suppose. Welcome to MoggyBoxCraft. I'm Deborah, and today we're upcycling this rocking chair. As always, I've given the rocking chair a really good wipe down, soap and water, left it to dry properly, and then because it's been outside, I've had to dust off all the cobwebs. So it should be all prepped for painting. And we're outside again, so if there's lots of noise, ever so sorry. So today, I'm a little bit curious to see, can you paint furniture using wall paint? So we've got this left over, and I had a whole extra tin. I don't know why I bought the extra tin. I'm going to use Dulux Feature Wall Paint in the colour Sapphire Salute, and it's a matte paint. It's been in our shed for ages. Gotta find ways to use all this old paint, and I've painted pretty much everything else. That's a lie. That's a total lie. I've got so much painting I want to do inside as well. We'll leave the inside painting until winter and the bad weather, which is usually like 362 days of the year in Scotland. So this is like a heat wave, kinda. Anyway, what am I gonna need? You're gonna need your paint, stir and stick, brush. These are lovely little paint brushes. They're like really soft and yeah, they go really flat. I really like these ones. I think this came in a pack of 5. If I figure out where I got these from, I will put a link in the description for you guys. Is this gonna work? I don't know. Is it gonna last? Oh, I will keep you updated in the future. This is the rocking chair I'll be painting. So he'll be getting a new lease of life today. Give your paint a really good stir. That's how the paint looks. Will this work? Let's find out. I'm just painting this straight onto the rocking chair. So that goes on really, really nicely. That looks like a really nice colour so far. I really hope it dries nicely as well. To make life a little bit easier, I have tipped the rocking chair up a little bit just so I can get the bottom here, because I want every area to be completely coated. So it's going to be living outside in our decking, so I want it to be fully protected from the weather and elements. So that's the first coat of paint on the rocking chair. It's drying really, really quickly and it's gone on really well. I think I'm actually only going to need 2 coats of that. I'm going to let that dry, give it a second coat, and I'll get back to you. So the rocking chair has had 2 coats of paint on it. Really pleased with how all that's looking. So we're ready for some details. For the details, I'm going to be using this stuff, Arden Bright in Antique Gold paintbrush. I think it's about 3/4 of an inch, this brush, and a tiny bit of sea sponge. I've not tried this technique before, so I think it should work. I don't know if it will. Let's find out together. So this is how the paint looks. A little bit of paint on the paintbrush. Paint a little bit onto my sea sponge. Oh, pick out any dog hairs or cat hairs. I don't have cats, so it's definitely a dog hair, but if you have cats then it could be cat hair if you do this too. Oh yes, dot that along on the edges or wherever you want it. So I'm going to continue painting the edges of my rocking chair with the gold. For the spokes, I'm going to concentrate most of the paint, the top, the bottom, and then the middle section, and then in here I'm just going to lightly dust with gold paint. And then, well, what's left, just lightly tap. This chair's actually got a cushion that goes with it. So, after I've done this, I shall show you what I'm going to do with the cushion, because that thing's pretty hideous right now, but it's going to look beautiful when we're finished, I hope. Also when you're doing this, remember just to tap really gently, because if you press too hard, you'll end up with a smudge. Just lightly dab. I finished putting the antique gold paint onto the rocking chair with my little sponge after I've washed it. Got a staining from the paint. I got this sponge off eBay, Cambridge Greek Corner. This is the sea sponge I got. That's the company up there. Can't remember how much this sponge was. I think it's really good. If I can find the info for this, I'll put it in the description box below. If not, sorry. So this was just attached here. I just cut that piece off with scissors. And that's what I used for the gold. So now I've finished that, I've left the rocking chair to dry for 24 hours. And then I decided it needs a top coat. For a top coat on the rocking chair, this is what I've used. Rust-Oleum Crystal Clear in a clear matte finish. Basically, quick drying top coat that's clear. I've given the rocking chair a really good spray with this. So while we wait for that to dry, I want to try and tackle this. Yeah, so the rocking chair was originally £40 from Somebody Cares, it's like a charity shop. This is the seat cover that came with it. This is definitely not going to go with the aesthetic now, is it? I have seen people painting these things, so I've decided I'm gonna paint this and see what happens. I mean, this could be a total disaster, and if it is, No biggie, I don't even have to use the cushion with it, but I thought it could be an interesting little project. Maybe I could do one side gold and one side blue. First thing I'm going to do is cut off this tag. I mean, it doesn't say it's for material. A nice gold cushion might be quite nice, wouldn't it? A nice reversible cushion. One side gold, this side blue. These are the paints I'm going to use again. So this is the blue I used on the rocking chair and accented with the antique gold. Let's see if it works. Nothing like a paint experiment, is there? To be fair, I don't think I've painted material often. Well, actually no, it's a lie. So like I have done backdrops in the past and used just normal paint to paint on them and it's worked fine. Maybe it'll be more a decorative item and I'll just have to remove it if anyone wants to sit on it. Here's the paint again. Hard and bright antique gold. So I have put the cushion through the washing machine prior to this and put it in the tumble dryer, so it's all lovely and clean and ready to be painted. What is the chances it's actually going to dry into this? This could go horribly wrong. I mean, it might just all flake off, I don't know. It seems to go on okay though. I don't really know if it's sinking in at all. Well, I've finished painting the cushion. This is how it's looking. I mean, obviously it's still wet right now. I've also painted the ends of these tassels. I'm going to paint these bits blue. I think you can kind of see that flower pattern starting to come through a tiny bit. But I don't mind that. It's been a few hours. That's how the cushion's looking. It's alright, isn't it? Kind of feels like painted fabric. I'm going to go ahead and paint this side blue. Seems to go on pretty good. And using this gold paint, I feel like I used hardly any of it to do the other side of the cushion. Wait and see what happens with the blue side. I mean, it might just all crack and fall off. Or it might be beautiful. I think the fact is, sometimes it's just good to try things, isn't it? That's the blue side of the cushion painted and dry. I've also painted these little bits blue and then the gold at the ends. So on the gold side, I've already dabbed on a little bit of the blue with my sea sponge. I'm going to flip this over, a bit more gold paint on the sea sponge. I'm going to dab the gold onto the blue side of the cushion. So I'm going to use the same technique that I used on the rocking chair, just to dab on a little bit of colour to the edges of this cushion so it'll be reversible. When the paint dried on the cushion, I give it a really liberal coat of this clear gloss finish just to help protect and seal in the paint. Finished painting the cushion. Feels like I mean, it does feel like painted material. How does it look on the chair? Like a painted cushion, I suppose. Will we try it? Let's put the cushion to one side and show you how the rocking chair looks. So that is the rocking chair completely finished, painted. I love that gold paint. It shines so nice in the sunlight. I don't mind the cushion. I hope it'll keep it a little bit more weatherproof. The rocking chair is going to live on the decking. I love this thing. This is great. Just surveying the garden. So I will let you know how I get on over time with this chair. It's going to be living outside in our decking. I mean, we do have an awning over our decking so it doesn't get quite so weather beaten, and maybe in the winter I'll take all the furniture back inside again. But I'll keep you updated sometime in the future. If you've enjoyed seeing how I upcycled this rocking chair, leave a little like, leave a comment. Subscribing is optional, but of course it is very much appreciated. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye! Total bonus, after sitting on the chair, it hasn't cracked. So we will see how this wears and I shall let you know. Oh my god, the seagulls are so loud. Oh. But we'll get through this, even if there's seagulls. Maybe not. They're all like, all the seagulls are like nesting and having babies. Whoosh, seagulls. Got a video to film, stop your cawing. Oh, here he goes again. Right, we're just gonna have to make the best of it, I'm afraid. Finished painting my cushion. Maybe do I just film inside? Why are they being so noisy? That's frustrating. This whole video so far is just seagulls calling. This is what you get for living near the sea.